in Bremen. The important part about the university is that it is English medium, which means that it is that all the courses are in English, but also all the communication within the university is in English. And I think this is a big advantage. It's non-profit and private, which means that there's tuition fees. So most German universities do not need tuition fees, but unfortunately we do, because we need to run. We're not supported by the government in that sense. We're not state funded. That's why we need this. It's a university in the sense that it provides all different subjects as a bachelor, at the master level, and we're also able to give PhD degrees. So there's a distinction between, in German universities, there are state-funded universities, which can be either traditional universities, or there are state-funded universities which are applied sciences universities. The difference between the two is that the applied sciences universities formally cannot provide PhD degrees, while the others, big universities, state-funded universities can. And then there are private universities. Within the private group of universities, many of the universities are very focused on a particular field, like MBA, for example, business management or finance, but there are very few universities who do the entire scope of various subjects. So Jacobs University provides the entire scope, from social science and humanities all the way to electrical engineering and physics, or chemistry, etc. So we have there is a large variety of this. So the university is very interesting, and it's very interesting, especially for international students. For students from India, would be nice to have. I'd love to have more students. It's a very small university. We have about 1,500 students in total, about 800 undergraduate students. Yes, I love it there. I've been teaching for 12 years. I teach geology and geophysics. I'm a professor in geology and geophysics. I'm Indian, I'm Malayali. My dad comes from South India. My mom is Dutch. I did my undergraduate degree in Holland, then went to Ireland to do my PhD and postdoc, worked in an oil company, and then for the last 12 years I've been at Jacobs University in Bremen. And my motivation would be to get more Indian students to come towards Germany, because I think Indian students are focused more or less on the US or on the UK and maybe in Australia. But I think Germany has a lot to offer for Indian students. I think this is something that I hope Indian students will explore a little bit more, you know. And I hope that we have more Indian students in the future. Germany needs more qualified people anyway, so Germany is very welcoming to such people.
What are the job opportunities for the Indian?
So in many of the Indians who do bachelor programs in Germany either go ahead to pursue a master program. This is a standard model, because mostly you need to do a master's program, and then after master's program it's easier to get a job. Most of the Indians I know either have stayed in the Bremen area because of Jacobs University, but have stayed at Germany or in Germany, made a startup company, made a model, because Germany is very kind to students in general. Because if you finish a degree program in Germany or from a German university, and you get a job, any job, then you get a work permit which is coupled to your job. And after a number of years, if you have a higher degree, it's also possible for you to get German citizenship or acquire, I think it's called a blue card or something like that. So I think there are many opportunities, and Germany is very keen to have qualified people. There are great opportunities in Germany for this. So, with regard to English, people are very scared about what they call the language barrier in Germany. I think people should not be afraid about this. I think one just needs to be open and want to learn a new language. I think that is the key part. German, if you know good English, you can also learn German. It's not the same as if you know Hindi, it's a little bit difficult to learn Malayalam because I'm Malayali. It's not so easy to learn Malayalam. But if you know English, then you should also be able to learn a little bit of German. There are German classes in New Delhi. I think the Goethe Institute offers German classes. So I don't see the problem with learning German. At Jacobs University, you don't need German. So the qualifications are TOEFL and the SAT tests and a good, good 12th class grade is what is required, and a good application is what is required for admission.